1 out of 5 stars. Not impressed. Zoos Victoria should let people touch some animals so that people who loves animals could touch them. Yeah, go ahead and like pet the lion or whatever. We'll see how that goes for you. Pet this very hungry creature. Go for it. 1 out of 5 stars. I just think it's funny how y'all forget the condiments chronically, and then your Uber driver drops my drink like it doesn't have feelings. I'm sad and cokeless. Womp womp. 1 out of 5 stars. Guy delivering tried to steal my Amazon package. Well, I mean, that's not ideal, but also not the person selling the product's problem. Maybe talk to Amazon about that. Extreme axe throwing Hollywood, 3 out of 5 stars. They are more focused on their rules than us having fun. I understand that there must be a balance of safety versus fun, and I understand that safety comes first, but I don't believe a proper balance was met tonight. Dude, one can only imagine what this individual was doing at the axe throwing place that was making the workers go, hey, maybe don't do that, like at all. You know, this guy cannot be taken seriously with anything and has to be severely monitored. 1 out of 5 stars. I was going to buy for $100 and more, but unfortunately they make their own health rules. I went to buy from elsewhere. I wish them to go bankrupt and close. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what you're talking about, what they're selling, or I don't know, but calling for them to go bankrupt? I mean, geez. Here's a response from the owner. It's not right to attack a local Quebec business like this. We're following the government's health regulations. We wear our face coverings over our noses. Just because it makes you uncomfortable doesn't give you a free pass to infect us. Oh, I see. I'm piecing it together. I think this person went into the establishment not wearing a mask, and this was 4 years ago, so this would have been COVID times. Yeah, that makes sense now. 1 out of 5 stars. Food is alright. Staff is nice. Location is lovely. Too bad there's all genders bathrooms and they don't accept legal tender USD. Time to make it a state law. Oh, wah. Oh, poor baby. Oh, the bathroom keeps you from enjoying the food. Man, when some real troubles come your way, you're going to crumble. 1 out of 5 stars. The loud bird is unpleasant. We have signs everywhere that says, do not touch the birds. Looks like you didn't read the signs. Classic age-old issue with humans is they don't know how to read. 1 out of 5 stars. New management is terrible. I used to come here all the time and they would always take care of the regulars. Now she's like, we don't hook people up anymore. Like you don't take care of your most valuable members? We made you. Customer service is gone and Taco Bell appears to care only about the bottom line, not the customers anymore. Sad day in America, folks. Man, you can't even get hooked up at Taco Bell anymore. We have truly fallen as a country. 1 out of 5 stars. Went to buy my wife a birthday card and wouldn't let me in because I had my 2-year-old daughter with me. We are very sorry, but as we stated when you came in, no one under 18 is allowed in the store. We cannot afford to be shut down for that as we have plenty of adult material in the store. We also have it posted on the door to avoid this type of situation. The fact that even has to be explained to someone, like, hey, you cannot let your child in this adult store. Like, there shouldn't be any hoops you have to jump in your head. There shouldn't have to be any buts or what ifs and any of that. It's really simple. Just like, this is not a place for kids. Do not take your kid in here. It doesn't matter if you want to buy a birthday card. Just suck it up. 1 out of 5 stars. This girl who works there, her eyebrows look horrible. Wrong color, like a brownish orange and shaped badly. They don't accept walk-ins when they had an opening. Rude staff. I do not recommend. You're calling them rude when you're criticizing their appearance. We are very sorry that we couldn't accommodate a walk-in on a Saturday. We were, in fact, all booked solid yesterday. If we had the time, we certainly would have seen you. We love to help people with their brows. I'm also sorry that you found it necessary to insult the brows of my staff. I feel that comment was very rude and unnecessary on your part. We love to embrace our clients' brow individuality and realize that one person's brow preferences may not be another person's brow preferences. That being said, there is someone out there for every brow, and we wish you the best of luck in your brow future. I feel like brow is not a real word now. 1 out of 5 stars. I really want to give them 0 stars because on top of horrible service, they gave me the runaround for my wedding cake and never made my order even after my countless calls. Managers are coincidentally never around and all I got was a, "Sorry, can't do anything for you." I'm at a loss for words at how ridiculous this is and how upset I am. I was left without my wedding cake a day before my wedding ceremony. Good morning. We sent you the quote and it was never approved. As it states on our website, quote from an emails, custom orders are not made if they are not approved and paid for. You called the store on Sunday and insulted our employees since there was no order for you, which is unacceptable. Sadly, people need to learn to take responsibility on their own actions and understand that we are a business. If custom orders are not confirmed and paid, they won't be made. Once again, just read, like, especially if you're trying to get a cake made, that can't be cheap. You gotta know what you're getting into, you know? Like, geez. 1 out of 5 stars. Bad experience 2 times here. I called trying to place an order here for a lemon cheesecake. They tell me that I cannot place an order. I have to go there on Saturday, first come, first serve, never again. We did not tell you cannot place an order. What we said was that unfortunately you have not given us enough notice to have this ready by Saturday. We request a minimum of a week's notice, not a day and a half. As you have been here before, you probably noticed that we make everything from scratch. I am in business to make as many people as happy as I can with the quality of our products. I am not in the business of taking so many orders that we have to rush and take shortcuts to get the job done. We value our quality over quantity, and I think most of our guests prefer that too. The Rabbit Hole, vegan comfort cuisine. 1 out of 5 stars. Came here expecting to eat a nice cheesesteak as they advertise cheesesteak. It was fake mushroom mash with almond cream as the cheese. Will not be returning. My guy, did you read the sign of the place before you went into it? And also, why would you give it a bad review complaining it's not real cheesecake after you, I don't know if you ordered and ate it and then reviewed, or if you ordered and somehow they didn't tell you, by the way, it's vegan, or they really shouldn't have to tell you that because it's a vegan place. It's just like all the things that are wrong with this, it's your fault. It sounds to me like it's your fault. You're just being a little baby. 1 out of 5 stars. This man sold my son's custom birthday cake. Do not go to this scumbag. All he cares about is money. I contacted Rachel with pictures and a direction for pickup links several hours before her scheduled birthday party. I texted and called twice each, but didn't hear back. Party time came and I went and still no word. Figured it was a no-show, so I sold the cake while it was still fresh. Next day, Rachel texts to ask when she could pick up her cake, explaining that her car had broken down. I wonder, did her phone also break down? It's a basic courtesy, after someone has done all this work for you, to communicate to them that you need to reschedule. At this time, I did not require prepayment on all custom orders, so Rachel paid nothing and she got nothing. Sounds like it makes sense to me. 1 out of 5 stars. Me and my family had went and visited a dog we had really wanted for multiple reasons, set up an appointment for us to come back with our daughter the day of, right before they call and say they don't feel he would be a good fit because of our daughter. Since when can you tell me what would be a good fit for our home? We then pick our 7-year-old from school as he asks when are we getting the dog, as we have to break the news we cannot get him as an adult. You've learned to accept no, but when it hurts your kids, how far would you be willing to go? Dude, you're talking about your kids, like you're a parent, you're typing like you're a kid. Not a single comma, period, anything around it. Just run on, the run honest of run on sentences, man. 1 out of 5 stars, are you surprised? They have animals in very unclean environment and in very, very small cages. When I went with my daughter to get a cat for her, they refused to let me adopt after I checked that I may declaw on the application. They talked to me like I was a cat murderer or something. They made me feel horrible. They was doing the same thing to an elderly couple who were just there to adopt a cat and was grieving because their old cat just died. I overheard the man asking why they are treating him like they are and what was their problem. Eventually, I left with my daughter crying because they would not let us adopt a family cat. It was just child employees, there was no adult in sight. Dude, it sounds to me like once again, like, you are the child here. It's like, first off, I understand their position of saying no if you're going to declaw the cat. That is not cool at all. Whether or not you think that is a fine thing to do to a cat, they clearly do not think it is fine, and they are the ones giving the animals away. They're not gonna let just anyone take, it's just some people cannot accept that, hey, this is not, this isn't your rules. You have to abide by the business's wishes, like that's just how it is. Do you understand? Are you ready to be a big boy now? 1 out of 5 stars, dine in. We arrived late to the restaurant and they were kind enough to seat us. They told us we could sit inside and then showed us an outside table they would move us to. In the middle of the entrees, they moved us to some makeshift table in a wind tunnel. They were rude and condescending and told us too bad. They didn't give us utensils or napkins or water and just left us there for over half an hour until we finally got someone for the check. It was the most awful and embarrassing experience and I would never go back there. Service 1 out of 5, atmosphere 1 out of 5. Here's the owner. Hi, we usually do not respond to reviews, but in this case we felt the need to. Your party arrived an hour and 15 minutes late to your reservation on the night in which we were fully booked. We offered you one of the nice tables outside, but you refused and demanded to be sat inside and said you would eat quickly. The reservation after you can wait for your group to finish, and also you would be fine moving outside when they arrived. You were incredibly rude to our staff and entitled, the exact kind of guests that makes this business so hard for restaurant workers like us. We're happy that you decided to never come back. 1 out of 5 stars. I was called a racist by the lady that checks your receipt before leaving for using the word foreigner. Maybe train your employees on what racism really is. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you, for some reason, I don't know the context of the conversation, whatever. I don't really think it needs context. Why were you calling them a foreigner? Why? Like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know, man. Seems like you could be maybe a little racist. I don't know. 1 out of 5 stars, really bad experience. They never explicit about the not use of GoPro in the helmet. When I told them, can I wear in my chest, their excuse was it is safety issue. Really? Safety issue? I have ski and do a lot or activities, and after the girl with black glasses, well, it is the policy. So I told her one thing is a policy, never explained, and other one a safety issue. A GoPro in the helmet or in the chest, it is not a safety issue, so she was expecting to earn some free money. She was, or if you don't like, just leave, and I was no way, I'm not going to give you my money free, and she was insisting to me to leave. I was no, and no, I'm not going to give you my money free, so she was trying to stop a roster to singing, and I was like, now what is safety issue to the roaster signs? She was, I just follow orders. She was, no, I'm not going to give your money, but it is the policy, and I was, so where is GoPro? It is the backpack, and I was, okay, so what it is the issue now? Other person or the group was paid for me for leave. So, bad experience. That girl has annoying way to say things, and it looks her boss has the fault of everything, even for her tone. There are a lot of places that don't allow to record the experience, but they don't say it is safety issue, and they are clear from the beginning, so don't come with excuses that a GoPro is not allowed because of it. Dude, this sounds like they turned on the voice-to-text feature and just started rambling as they walked around the house. Like they were talking to one of their friends or family, just ranting on the phone. Swear to God, that's what happened here. My God, my brain. We have a strict no cameras policy clearly stated in our confirmation email. Cell phones and cameras are not permitted before, during, or after trail rides because we must be 100% present handling large animals. This policy is in place for your safety as well as the safety of staff, other riders, and the horses at the ranch. Since a GoPro is a type of action camera, it is included in this policy and is not allowed to be brought on trail rides. Our policies also state that anyone whose behavior is disruptive and or causing an unsafe condition to ride for horses, other riders, or themselves, or any rider who is not respectful of Cornerstone Ranch policies and or staff, will be excused and asked to leave the premises. Regardless of whether you agree with our policies, we expect that guests will respect our rules and treat our staff with courtesy, which you did not, which is why you were asked to leave. 1 out of 5 stars. My wife, daughter, and I traveled from a state over and had to detour due to roadside construction, causing us to be 11 minutes late, which we had informed them of in advance. When we arrived, no one greeted us. Employees walked right past us, looking at us in a weird way. We called to a young lady and told her we had reservations. We were given waivers to complete, and after returning them to her, she disappeared for about 15 minutes, then returned and said she was going to get the horses ready. An older lady who appeared to be a senior employee or management walked right past us. I had asked if my wife could get a larger helmet and was told they are the same and all very dirty inside and out. The horses were brought out and they all seemed antsy and uneasy. My wife was told that they didn't have enough guide, and so it would be 1 guide to 3 riders. Red flag. As we all mounted, a storm appeared to be approaching and we were told we couldn't go riding, which we understood. We were then told by the same older lady that we wouldn't be refunded our deposit because we were more than 30 minutes late, although it was 11 minutes, and she said this with an attitude while making very little eye contact. We just said it was fine, wished them a good day, and departed. I think we dodged a bullet. Our policy for all customers is as follows. Please arrive 15 minutes before your scheduled ride. Your deposit will be forfeited if you do not show up, cancel within 24 hours of your scheduled ride, or you arrive 10 minutes late. My records indicate that you arrived 18 minutes after your scheduled ride. Even though you were late, we still agreed to take out your family. When your daughter got up on our small, very well-mannered pony, she began to cry, which is when you decided not to go out on the ride, and at that time is when we advised you that your deposit would be forfeited. 1 out of 5 stars. We had dinner. Nice atmosphere. Relaxing. Waiters are attentive. I ordered chicken strips and french fries for our 3-year-old son. It was served with banana ketchup. We requested tomato ketchup. We're Americans. We hate banana ketchup. The Boho Bee Farm restaurant staff said they only serve banana ketchup. For those who don't know, banana ketchup is disgusting. It's a very cheap, low-quality substitute for real tomato ketchup. This tells me Boho Bee Farm doesn't care if Americans eat there. American kids love tomato ketchup. It's not that expensive. Stop being cheap, Boho Bee Farm. We will not come back. Oh no! I actually don't think I've ever heard of banana ketchup. I'd try it. 1 out of 5 stars. I went to the Sephora in blank the week of its grand opening. I was extremely uncomfortable being waited on by a man wearing excessive makeup. I won't go back. I am not comfortable with the trans ideology. Them wearing makeup does not mean they were trans, but I suppose a simple-minded, bigoted individual like yourself could not think that hard. What a shame. I'm so sad for you. 1 out of 5 stars. Flat tire and they didn't fix. Anybody to do the service, it is okay, but they refused to put some air to go in another place. Insane! But I'm fined close by Rapid Tire Shop. Mexican guys never refuse work and they are perfect. Mr. Thiago, it was nothing personal. Your tires are dry rotting all around the sidewall and shoulder of tire. The tire tech explained the condition of the tire to you and even showed you the damage on the tire. We are not allowed to touch any old tires that show significant signs of wear and tear. That includes putting air in the tire as it can possibly explode due to the condition. We are happy to know that another shop was able to help you. Best of luck to you. 2 out of 5 stars. Hey, we actually got something above a 1. I was rushed in ordering and the restaurant itself was cluttered with millennials every which way. I was mistreated, assumingly due to my age, and could not eat in the shop due to the millennials in the way. Something tells me there were no real issues, you just really don't like millennials. 1 out of 5 stars. I followed the recipe exactly, except that I replaced oil with applesauce. Unfortunately, it did not turn out well. Its consistency is neither brownie-like nor cake-like. That's strange. I can't eat it. Sadly, we'll have to dispose the whole thing. I don't know what went wrong as I followed the recipe exactly. Exactly! Saw X, 1 out of 5 stars. Vile. Far too violent and nasty for me. Accidentally rented it via Prime Video, wasted $6.99, lasted 10 minutes. Needs an R rating and a warning due to the level of violence. Would give it 0 stars if I could. Yeah, I'm sure there wasn't a rating or a warning, anything, anywhere on the page. Just disgusting. What the hell, Amazon? 2 out of 5 stars. I really hate this app. I had a review on here before, and for some stupid reason, ever since the CEO stopped replying to the reviews, they deleted the previous ones. You are not gonna take my freedom of speech away. One way or another, you will hear my voice. Damn, dude, they needed their review for TikTok out there so badly. It got removed off the App Store. They had to review the actual physical building. 1 out of 5 stars. Least like of any national or state park I have visited. The staff will reprimand children and then read off the entire list of rules and regulations to parents. Very Orwellian. Dude, like, you're the parents, you should have read the rules and regulations. If you're not gonna read them the first time, you shouldn't be surprised when they read them to you, like, verbally, because you couldn't f***ing read them. Like, come on, man. 1 out of 5 stars. If I could give 0 stars, I would. Does not offer vegan, plus you are in the same vicinity of meat-eating carnivores. Deplorable. 1 out of 5 stars. This venue was featured in a graphic film filmed on location by ALO. I get that business is tough, but you don't need to resort to that. Don't bring your kids here. And the kids would know about that tidbit. How? How does that affect? How does something that was shot there affect the actual place? Beats me. 1 out of 5 stars. Brain dead new employee. Went there today since I was nearby. Asked the young female for a Whopper meal. She said $10.41. Really? Should be about $6 without a military discount. Calling corporate tomorrow. Well, I'm sure they're going to be very receptive to your feedback, sir. St. Francis Yacht Club, 1 out of 5 stars. I get this place is a private club, but when a 4-year-old little kid wants to use a restroom and you guys don't let him, something is wrong with you guys. It's a yacht club. It's a private club. It doesn't matter what kind of club. It's private. You can't, like, wow, the entitlement. 1 out of 5 stars. Yes, I know I said 1 star. I do not like the color yellow, so I always rate 1 star so that there is less of it on my screen. This is a positive review, not a bad review. I am rating 1 star to prevent yellow. Thank you. Dude, you must suffer severely when you go to any other reviews on, like, you can't see a 5-star review sitting somewhere as you write this. Okay, man.